Hi everybody and welcome back to another video. This one is a quick and simple video on a topic that I think is fundamental to anybody who enjoys looking good, feeling good, and using fashion to do so. It is how to find your style. Here are some quick and simple tips. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Number one, find your colors. Now, I'm not going to go into too much detail with this because there is so much information out there about seasonal color analysis. There are so many free tests online. There are channels, entire channels dedicated to this. And I really recommend this because it helps you really narrow down your closet and it helps you get dressed because everything in your closet will match in terms of color scheme. Now, why is that important? Well, it's not necessarily important. Maybe your color scheme is everything. Maybe you love having every color of the rainbow on you. You don't have to take any of these tips as 100% truths at all. These are just things that have worked for me, given that I like to have a more curated, slightly more minimal style and wear the same pieces over and over again, pieces that I love. So the seasonal color analysis, you just type that into Google, find a free quiz. You can maybe also do 2 or 3 just to check the results. And you know, it's not a bulletproof way to do it. I, depending on which test I took, would get a autumn or a deep winter. Autumn, the difference is autumn is warm, winter is cool. And I believe that also means then that spring is warm and summer is cool. That's in terms of your undertones and in terms of the colors they recommend you to wear. It doesn't mean that you're not allowed to wear any color per se. It has a lot more to do with the shades, the undertones, the gradient, and so forth. Why I think this is really helpful? Is because, like I said before, it really helps you zone in on the colors that go well with you, your natural coloring, and with the other clothes in your closet once you start to do that. It also personally helps me from impulse buying things that look really nice. Like if I see something that I love in terms of cut, in terms of material, but it's a shade that I know doesn't look good on me, then I won't buy it. A lot of you might think, well, I know what colors look good on me. And that is true. I also knew what colors looked good on me before doing this test to a certain extent. So I always gravitated towards warmer colors. I would prefer a deeper shade of red, oranges. Like orange is a color a lot of people don't wear, but I always liked orange, red, and brown, for example. But I never really wore them that much because the standard colors that society says are basics that you need are colors like blue, navy, white, and black, and gray. So for me personally, according to the seasonal color analysis, gray is not a great color, and actually neither is black. I don't follow this 100%. I wear black all the time, especially in the lower half of my body, so pants. Black pants to me are the best of any pant color. But it was really helpful to see nuances. What they say, for example, is if you're a warmer tone, it is better to go for colors like off-white or cream instead of a bright white. And vice versa, if you're a cooler tone, it is good to go for colors that are cooler toned. So a bright, crisp white, for example. So they talk a lot about shades, super helpful to get started. You can obviously deviate from it, but it really helps you curate those colors. The second tip that I think is really helpful is to decide on your personal basics. And what's really important there is forget about what society and fashion magazines say the basics are. Because the basics, a lot of people will tell you, are a white t-shirt. So you think a white t-shirt, but actually, according to your colors, you're a cream or off-white t-shirt kind of person. Maybe you don't like t-shirts. Oversized blazer or blazer. Do you like them? Yes or no? I personally do like blazers, but what kind of blazer? So really, there's so much information. It's all over the place. Do you need black boots? Do you need this type of handbag? It depends on you. Where do you live? What kind of weather do you normally have in the place you live? What kind of lifestyle do you have? Do you go to a lot of elegant events? Do you spend most of your time at home? Do you like being comfortable? I mean, this is all about you. Like, you choose the clothes you wear. So given that you have that freedom, you decide what you like. The same way that you can use things to help you, like the color scheme, okay, can help you, but you then ultimately decide what colors you like. The same thing with your basics. So You don't have to have a gray blazer and a black blazer. You don't have to have black pants and white pants. You don't have to have brown shoes. You don't have to have anything. Figure out what your basics are. What I mean by that is, what items do you reach for constantly? As a staple, what are the items that you go for to build your outfit upon? For example, for me, one of my basics is black pants. Black pants that are either cut a little bit looser, always high-waisted. I'm not ever again jumping on the low-waisted trend. I know it's in now, I don't care. So high-waisted black pants, either of a slimmer cut or of a looser cut. Either way, high-waisted black pants. This is a staple of mine. Okay, that's one of my basics. I love it. I build a lot of outfits upon that. Another staple of mine are brown tops, whether they're spaghetti straps, whether they're turtlenecks. I love brown tops that are slightly closer fitting. Okay, so these are just some examples. You decide on what your basics are. I think it's also good to decide on what your basics are for shoes. What kind of shoes do you like? What are your basics? What do you constantly reach for? What do you like to wear and build an outfit upon? Decide on what your basics are. Forget about what everyone tells you basics are. The next tip is define your favorite silhouette, or silhouettes if you have a couple that you like. So this is something that I think really helps you just feel good every day. I mentioned before with the high and low waisted briefly. I don't like low waist on my silhouette. I like the way my body looks in high waisted pants, emphasizes my waist. I like high waisted things. But in addition to that, that's not the whole silhouette, right? Do you like to wear slightly oversized tops and slimmer bottoms? Or vice versa? Do you like to wear baggier bottoms and slimmer tops? Or do you like to go for slim, baggy, baggy? I mean, that's up to you. I personally would try to go for a little bit of balance in your silhouettes. So I would go for slim, baggy, or vice versa, and not really both of the same type, although that can totally be a look. So this is just me going for a little bit of balance there. But what are the silhouettes you like? So here's a photo of a silhouette that I love on myself. So for me, it's boots that hit maybe below the knee. It's a mini skirt or shorts, so I show a bit of that thigh knee area, and then a top that's maybe a bit of a slimmer fit, but if it's a bit colder outside, I love an oversized blazer or jacket. That is my go-to silhouette. The problem is this silhouette is not super mega weather friendly because, let's be honest, unless you live in a place like Los Angeles, it is not a balmy, sunny, but not super hot climate year round. So where I live, we have cold, long winters and pretty hot, humid summers, and the in-between seasons where you can wear that silhouette are relatively short. So you have to be realistic. So unfortunately, that is my favorite silhouette for myself that I cannot indulge in all too much. So what is another silhouette that I like? I found out that I love having long silhouettes on me, which maybe is a bit of a paradox because I'm already a very long, tall person, but I love it when pants hit all the way down to my feet. I don't love the crop look on me. Other people love the crop look. They even roll their pants up. I think this is a big thing in Italy. They roll, it's called the risvoltino, rolling the pants up to show the ankles. I don't like it on myself. I like my pants to hit me way down to the feet, like I'm gonna trip on this. No, ideally not, but long silhouettes. Find out what silhouettes you like, because a lot of the frustration comes from not liking what you see in the mirror because you're wearing silhouettes that you just don't feel confident in. Like, I don't know, low-waisted crop top kind of boxy shoulder thing. Like, there's even certain straps that I like on myself and others that I don't. I like thin straps on me. I don't like thick straps on me because I think it makes me look boxy. This is a lot of trial and error. You need to find your own silhouette, but once you find your 1 to 3 to 4 silhouettes that you really feel confident in, go for that and pick clothes that enhance those silhouettes. Tip number 4. Now this really helps to sift through the weeds of fast fashion and a lot of just crazy quantities out there. Look at the material. Now, I get that that's not always realistic, and I can't believe that up until about a year ago, I did not ever check the material, like what was I thinking? I don't know. I wasn't thinking. I was just like, this looks nice purely based on aesthetics, which I think was still a bit of my, you know, fashion heavily influenced self, just thinking it has to look good, it doesn't have to feel good. And then I just realized, oh my God, if it doesn't feel good, then I just hate wearing it. And it's really something that I remember my mom saying a lot, like, oh, this is itchy. And I would always think, now, I swear to God, if something feels slightly itchy, I just cannot deal with it. So I will go through the lengths of having my favorite black wool pants that I ordered. I love the way they looked. And then I Googled that for 100% wool pants, if they're slightly itchy when you first buy them, you need to put them in the freezer. I don't know if it worked, but those pants were in the freezer for a good amount of time, and then they were washed, and then they were hand dried. Anyway, they're not itchy anymore, but my point is, go for materials that feel good on your body, because so much of how you look is about how you feel. Literally feel the tactile sense of the clothes on your body. So cotton, silk, wool can be itchy. It really depends on how sensitive you are and how high quality the wool is and how it's been manufactured. And there are some other materials that feel good to some people, some to others. I know that there's a cupro material that is like vegan silk or human-made silk, so it doesn't come from silkworms. I really like the way that feels as well. It keeps me nice and cool as well. Polyester gets a bad reputation for a reason. It's quite sweaty. The reason so many people use it, as in so many brands use it, is because it's cheaper. It's a human-made fabric and it keeps the shape of clothes really well. But it's unbelievable once you check for this. You see a super high fashion brand selling pants for $900 and they're made out of 100% polyester. Like, wow, you know the margin on those pants is crazy. So really look at material, not so much just the brand. Look at the material, decide which materials you like and the way they feel, because you will inevitably wear those materials more. You will not only look good, you'll feel good, so you'll look even better. Tip number 5, try not to be too heavily influenced by trends. Trends are, as we all know, fleeting, they come and go, and we're all, well, by we all, I mean people born like in the early 90s, late 80s, we're all horrified that low-waisted pants have made their way back into our stratosphere. A moment of silence for my teenage self who thought Miss 60 was the shit, but you know, they're back. Ooh, but hey, I'm not gonna wear them because I'm not influenced. Now, I completely get that the older you get and the more you grow as a person, the less likely to be influenced you are. So because of that, I think if you're a teenager or just in that phase of your life where you're developing in a way where you want to be liked by everyone and you want to be cool and on top of all the trends, it's totally normal to be in that phase. I think once you grow out of that phase a little bit, you still tend to be really influenced. And what I mean by that is we don't even realize how influenced we are all the time, not just through our peers or through very direct marketing, but by subliminal messages that we're seeing all the time. Now, once you find your silhouette, your color, the materials you like, it is much easier to be very selective on the trends as well. It might look really good on someone else. You might say, hey, low-waisted jeans look amazing on someone else. Not for me, not my silhouette. Okay, the color of the season is pink. I don't like pink on me. I'm not gonna wear that. You know what I mean? So you really just try to hone in on the things you personally do like, because that is style. Style is your unique expression of yourself through clothing and accessories. So try not to be too heavily influenced. Bonus tip, last tip, is think about the things that you really, really love. Now, it might seem a bit contradictory because before I said don't be too heavily influenced, but to a certain extent, look at things that you really love. So for example, even though I don't live in a tropical climate, I absolutely love tropical style. And what I mean by that is bright, vibrant, warm colors, florals, big gold accessories, seashells. I love that kind of stuff. Now, I know that a lot of that is not realistic for me to wear too often, so I don't go out and purchase it, but I will look for those little pieces of joy that can enhance my outfit in a way that's actually appropriate and useful for my daily life. For example, these flower earrings that I bought from a French-Greek brand called Elise Tsikis. I bought them a few years ago. I don't think this exact model is still on sale, but they have other earrings with big flowers that they make out of fabric. And it's something that this outfit here, it's super basic. It's an off-white t-shirt with a black pant, but having these big floral earrings just gives me a pop of joy, and it's very simple and it's something that I like. So don't think so much just in terms of what you don't like. We're often taught to be like, don't wear this, don't wear that. You know, same thing with diet culture. Don't eat this, don't eat that. Think about, yes, eat this, yes, wear that, yes, like that. What do you like? What do you say yes to? So I'll say yes to earrings in general. My favorite type of jewelry accessory are earrings. So love earrings. Figured out that my metal color is gold. Love florals. Incorporate it that way. Think of the things that you love, the things that inspire you, and find a way to incorporate them, because that's what style should be. Having fun and expressing yourself. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. These were 5 plus 1 bonus, so 6 tips on how to find your style and curate your style. Let me know what you think in the comments. Let me know if you have any specific tips, and I'll be back very soon with a new video. Thank you so much. Ciao!